Imagine a world where every flick of a switch or turn of the ignition key ties directly into global power struggles. It's not just about keeping the lights on, but about securing the very foundation of modern life. As our planet's thirst for energy intensifies, the need for varied energy sources and international teamwork has never been more critical. But here's where it gets controversial. Are we ready to embrace changes that could redefine power dynamics and challenge long-held beliefs about energy independence? Navigating through an intricate web of energy security challenges that encompasses a vast array of fuels and technologies. The 2025 World Energy Outlook from the International Energy Agency, IEA, pinpoints crucial decisions, potential advantages, and necessary compromises that policymakers must confront. Nations globally are grappling with immediate dangers to their energy supply and escalating long-term threats across an unparalleled spectrum of fuels and technologies. This situation places energy squarely at the center of international rivalries, making it a fundamental concern for economic stability and national defense. Against this backdrop, the newest version of the IEA's World Energy Outlook emphasizes the importance of governments expanding the diversity of their energy supplies and fostering deeper collaboration to steer through the uncertainties and volatility on the horizon. The 2025 edition of the World Energy Outlook, accessible at https://iea.org/reports World Energy Outlook 2025, recognized as the premier global resource for energy insights and forecasts, explores a variety of possible paths, illuminating diverse opportunities and weaknesses, along with shared themes. It achieves this via three primary scenarios, which aren't predictions, but rather explorations of potential futures. Each scenario outlines a unique energy landscape, allowing for an examination of how various policy decisions, financial commitments, and technological advancements impact energy security, cost-effectiveness, and environmental emissions. One recurring theme across all scenarios in this year's report is the planet's escalating requirement for energy services in the decades to come. This includes heightened needs for transportation, for heating, cooling, lighting, and other residential and commercial applications, and notably for services tied to data processing and artificial intelligence. Specifically, a cluster of developing nations, headed by India and Southeast Asian countries, with allies in the Middle East, Africa, and Latin America, is poised to increasingly influence the energy market landscape moving forward. Together, they are taking over from China, which has driven half of the world's oil and gas demand increases and 60% of electricity demand growth since 2010. That said, no single nation or alliance is on track to match China's energy-heavy expansion. Amid these transformations, conventional risks to oil and gas supply security are now joined by fragilities in other domains, particularly in the chains supplying essential minerals due to extreme market domination. For instance, one nation dominates the refining of 19 out of 20 strategic minerals linked to energy, holding an average market share of about 70%. These minerals are indispensable for power networks, batteries, electric vehicles, and also critical for AI processors, aircraft engines, military equipment, and other vital sectors. Refining concentration has risen for almost all major energy minerals since 2020, especially nickel and cobalt. The report's evaluation of upcoming projects indicates that reversing this trend will be gradual, urging governments to take more decisive steps. When we reflect on the energy landscape of recent decades, there's no era where security concerns have touched so many fuels and technologies simultaneously. This demands the same dedication and unity that led to the IEA's formation after the 1973 oil crisis, remarked IEA Executive Director Fatih Birol. With energy security top of mind for numerous governments, their strategies must account for the balances and conflicts with objectives like cost control, availability, economic competitiveness, and environmental protection. The World Energy Outlook scenarios reveal the pivotal choices ahead and collectively offer a structure for informed, fact-based dialogues on our path forward. Electricity stands as the lifeblood of contemporary economies. And in every scenario of the 2025 World Energy Outlook, demand for it surges faster than overall energy use. Investors are responding accordingly. Expenditures on electricity production and electrification of end uses already represent half of global energy investments today. Currently, electricity makes up roughly 20% of worldwide final energy use. Yet, it's the primary energy form for sectors that contribute over 40% to the global economy and serves as the main power source for most homes. The World Energy Outlook has long underscored electricity's expanding significance in global economies. Last year, we noted the world was rapidly entering the age of electricity, and it's evident now that we're fully there, said Dr. Birol. Unlike the last decade's pattern, rising electricity usage isn't confined to developing regions anymore. Explosive demand from data centers and AI is fueling increases in developed nations too. Worldwide investments in data centers are projected to hit $580 billion in 2025, exceeding the $540 billion allocated to global oil production, a clear sign of how economies are evolving. Those who claim data is the new oil might find this a compelling illustration of shifting priorities. A major challenge for energy security in this age of electricity is, intriguingly, new research in the 2025 report overlays global energy demand patterns with resource availability, revealing that by 2035, 80% of the world's energy consumption increase will occur in areas blessed with excellent sunlight. Another shared feature is the resurgence of nuclear power, with investments climbing for both conventional large-scale facilities and innovative designs like small modular reactors. After over 20 years of stagnation, worldwide nuclear capacity could grow by at least a third by 2035. In the 2025 World Energy Outlook, every scenario points to abundant global oil and gas reserves in the short term. Oil markets already show this, with current geopolitical instability coinciding with prices around $60 to $65 per barrel. A comparable relaxation in natural gas markets seems on the horizon, as new liquefied natural gas (LNG) export initiatives come into play. Final commitments to new LNG ventures have spiked in 2025, contributing to an anticipated surge in natural gas availability soon. Approximately 300 billion cubic meters of additional annual LNG export capacity is slated to begin operations by 2030, boosting global LNG supplies by 50%. In two long-standing areas of focus in the World Energy Outlook, humanity is not meeting its self-imposed targets, achieving energy access for all and combating climate change. About 730 million individuals still lack electricity, while nearly 2 billion depend on cooking methods harmful to health. A fresh scenario in the 2025 report details a nation-specific roadmap to ensure everyone has electricity by 2035 and clean cooking options by 2040, with liquid petroleum gas (LPG) playing the leading role. Imagine switching from smoky indoor fires to safer, cleaner fuel for millions of families. As climate dangers escalate, the 2025 World Energy Outlook indicates that all scenarios will exceed 1.5 degrees Celsius of global warming. Even those with aggressive emission cuts, The energy industry must brace for security threats from higher temperatures, but opportunities remain to avert the harshest outcomes. An updated pathway to net zero emissions by mid-century could ultimately keep warming below 1.5 degrees Celsius long-term. Simultaneously, energy infrastructures worldwide are already facing climate change effects, highlighting the pressing need to enhance defenses against escalating weather hazards, plus threats like cyber attacks and sabotage. Fresh data in this year's report reveals that disruptions to vital energy systems in 2023 impacted over 200 million households globally. Power lines were especially exposed, with damage to trees. Is prioritizing clean energy worth the potential risks, or should we slow down to avoid economic shocks? What are your thoughts on balancing energy security with climate goals? Do you see cooperation as the key, or does it mask deeper power imbalances? Share your opinions in the comments below. I'd love to hear agreements, disagreements, or fresh perspectives on this heated topic.